Oh,
Yo, it's a skeleton crew tonight, son. Did I lose you already? You there?
yeah.
Oh, it's a skeleton crew tonight.
Yep.
Bill and Dorian. Hold on. All right, Lola, you got to go in or go out. Lola, Jolene. I got too many dogs. That's that's Jolene right there. All right, come on.
I
Go,
know
go.
Phil is getting ready for the show.
Phil's getting ready for Tampa. Dorian's getting ready for Tampa. And
Hmm.
unfortunately for both of them, so is Vlad the Impaler. He's getting ready for Tampa. Hold on, let me shut this door. You stay with me. Oh, watch out. Come on. Anyway, yeah. Yo, not for nothing. That lineup last week was insane. The
It
top
was,
the top four guys in the open looked
yeah.
ridiculous.
They came they came to murder.
Wow. I mean, look, the talent is just getting better and better and better to the point where I don't think these guys like Hunter or like Brandon or like Andrew Jack may break the top 5 or 6 anymore because these guys, that guy Mo Fuda, dude,
Yeah.
he was insane.
Yep.
It was. I think he could beat Labrada and Andrew Jack.
Yeah. Yeah. That's easy. Hands down. You didn't have to try for that because the thing is
Almost.
the difference. They come. Fuda. He's coming to win. He's taking it serious. You can't come on one show, off next show, on one show,
That's right.
off
Yeah.
next show, and or look good just in your Instagram and not bring it at the show. You can't.
Right.
These young guys, they're bringing it all the time, and that's a whole different level. That's like back in the '90s. They're bringing it
Right.
every time.
But they're bigger than they were
Yeah,
back in the 90s. They're a lot bigger. It's
yeah,
like it was Mo Fuda, Vlad Suchkarushko, whatever the hell his name is. Uh uh what's his name? Shit. Can't remember his name. Well, who was the top four? Help me out here. Budashane, Tim Budashane, and Nathan Epler. Yo, Nathan Epler coming from 212, bro. I was not expecting that.
and they're taking their conditioning serious.
Big
That's the
time.
difference too. They take
Yeah.
that conditioning serious.
Yeah, it was so I know there was a lot of people that were disappointed. I know Phil was really upset. And I also know that Stanimal was upset. I spoke to both of them. But it's kind of it's part of bodybuilding. You don't know what's gonna come, you don't know what curveball they're gonna throw at you. Sorry, texting my wife because one of my dogs didn't want to eat. Try and feed her. Okay, let me get rid of that. Anyway. Yeah. So anyway, listen to this. All right. I'm gonna tell you a politically incorrect funny story that happened at work. Okay.
Yeah,
Where I'm a sewer worker, so we work in the shower, right? I mean, I work in the shower. We
yeah.
get paid time to take a shower at work, right? So
Mm-hmm.
there's this guy Paul. He's a white guy, and there's this guy Jay. He's a black guy. Now Jay at one point was one of my best friends. We're still good friends, but you know how friends. Sometimes friendships just distance and whatever things happen, blah blah blah. But
Yeah.
at one point we were like tight, right? Anyway, you going to Jay's show this weekend by any chance? I know it's a little far.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to make it. I was telling my trainer that after I get done with my Saturday session,
Yeah.
that's my hard leg day.
Oh, all right. Because
And that it was I was telling him how funny it was because my trainer doesn't watch the podcast until like Sunday when he's rested if he
oh
has no clients. So I was
right.
telling him, I said, it's crazy how you told me to Jason said he really doesn't see that anymore. Anybody
Yeah.
squatting 6 plates. Because I didn't know I was going to do that. I didn't know, but he said I squatted 5 plates so easy that I might as well go up. And I said, it
What's
didn't
up?
feel easy. It didn't feel easy.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, what's up, Jay?
What's up, Luke? What's up, John?
Hey, what's up, Jay?
How many-
impressive leg day?
Yeah, how many reps did you
Yeah.
get the 6 plates for?
8 reps.
Ah, damn, son. And if any, and go on Luke's Instagram and go look at what's your Instagram?
I saw it.
No. What is it?
IFBB Pro Supreme Being.
IFBB Pro Supreme Being. Anyway, go on his Instagram. I'll actually put it in the comment section. And his squats, they're full rep squats. It's not like, he's not half repping it. They're full squats, 6 plates. 6 plates is what? 595?
Yeah.
Jesus, for 8 reps.
585. 585.
585.
Jesus
585.
Christ. Yeah, that's how heavy it is, because like everybody knows a plate is 135, 2 plates is, whatever, 225, 350, 405, 5 plates is 495. Once you get past that, people
Right.
don't add it up anymore because nobody gets past that. How many did
He
you?
won't let me do 7 plates. He said there's no need.
Well, I don't
That's
blame
all
him.
right.
Jesus Christ, man. Yeah. How many did you squat for, Jay, in your heyday?
I know when I was 16, I did 6 plates for 3 reps.
16.
Yeah.
So you were a freak of nature, huh?
Yeah.
What about in your prime when you were?
To be honest with you, I don't know. I know. I don't know. I didn't really. Weights weren't. I trained heavy as fuck, dude. But it wasn't a goal. It was more.
Right.
And we didn't use 5 or 10s. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, right.
you fucking put a quarter on or you put a 45 on. That was it.
Yeah.
That's it. Yep.
Yeah, they were nowhere to be found in the gym. And the funny thing is, that same squat rack that Luke was squatting in, those are the ones I used to squat in. Dude. The same,
Yeah,
that same room.
That gym is old as fuck.
Luke, correct me if I'm wrong. We're probably the same fucking bar, right?
Yeah.
And the same exact weights.
It probably is because, man, and when I told him, I said, Jason said that he hasn't seen anybody squat 6 plates anymore. He doesn't see that much. Greg said that was a normal back in the day for us here.
Yeah.
I said, what? He said, yeah. He said that was normal, like how people squat 3 plates. He said that was normal.
Yeah, I talk about this all the time. Back in the day, the guys, they just wanted to get big and strong. That was it.
Yeah.
There was no CrossFit. There was no.
I do remember vaguely the process. So, and I'm not sure where exactly in the leg workout that I squatted. It could very well have been in the beginning part of the workout, where towards the end of my career I started squatting last, just because I was worried about risking injury.
Right.
So it'd be 135, 225, then 275, 315, and we were getting probably 12 reps. And then we go 365, 405, 455, and then 495.
Dang.
I think the most I ever squatted was 6 1/4.
That's what I did.
Yeah, a
That's what I
6
did.
1/4 on each side. So that would be 645.
Yep.
And I can't remember how many I got, but
That
I
shit
wouldn't.
Heavy.
That was enough.
The most I ever squatted was for 2 reps was 545. But I squatted, the most I ever squatted was 4 plates for, I think, I want to say 15 or 20 reps. And it was right. And what's funny, it was right before my last contest. It was right before the Brooklyn Grand Prix in 2014. And it was like maybe a month before or something like that. And it just kept coming. It just kept coming. So I was like, screw it. I'll just keep going, And I didn't go any heavier than that because like there was no reason to at that point.
There's no need to.
Yeah.
But I've squatted like 545 for twice, and I've squatted 5 plates I think for 4 or 5 reps. I think that was the. You know, I feel weak when I talk to you guys. You guys fucking suck. In the gym, people come up to me. They're like, "Oh man, do you compete? You look great. Wow, you blah blah blah." I got a big head. I go on Muscle Talk with you guys, and I'm like, "Damn, I'm a pussy."
But then, we're we did this shit for a living, and it was a different mindset, dude. It was just
Yeah.
completely. I don't know. I don't see much of it anymore, and maybe because I'm
No,
not around it. I'm not around
no,
it.
no, it happens. It happens to be right. The trend is not big and strong anymore. You know, Gen
Yeah,
X.
no one wants to train hard. I see it. I actually see it when people come in and then they say they want to train with me, and they'll train with me.
Yeah.
They'll want to keep up, and then like the next day they won't come in because
Yeah,
they
yeah.
really got their ass kicked. Like they don't train like that. They're not used to training like
Right,
that.
right, right. Gen X was all about muscle. It was Hulkamania. It was Stallone. It was Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
It's the truth. It was Arnold Schwarzenegger. It was. Did you see him rip his shirt off at the RNC? By the way,
Yeah.
I thought that was great. It took me back to my childhood. But anyway, but yeah. So, and I think the kids today, I don't think they're. First of all, I don't think they have the discipline to do it. And secondly, I don't think I don't think this trend. I don't think the trend to be big and strong is there anymore. There are the guys that want to be bodybuilders. Don't get me wrong, but I think these kids just kind of want to be in shape, and a lot of them would rather do like CrossFit or some maybe what is it, MMA training and things like that, but which is fine, whatever, it's fine. But that the majority of that attitude is just gone. Anyway, Phil and Dorian are getting ready for Tampa. Tampa is in a week and a half, so they're out. Bo is on his way to Hawaii right now.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, man. I felt bad.
How's Phil doing after the show?
I spoke to him. He's upset. Obviously, there was a lot of guys that were upset.
What was his final placing?
Well, he didn't break the top 8, so I'm not 100% sure.
That was a tough lineup,
dude. It was insane. It was no joke. Like the top 4 guys. Stanimal came in 6th, right?
Okay.
And he was upset over that because I spoke to him too. I asked him if he wanted to come on, and he's like, my head's not right yet. And I get it. Professional bodybuilders, you guys know, you put so much time and effort and you want to win and you have that drive. And then when you get to the contest, you never know what's going to happen. There's so many variables that could happen, and it is what it is. But, and to my credit, the week before in Vancouver, when Robin Strand placed 3rd and Stanimal didn't break the top 5. In this lineup, Robin Strand didn't break the top 8 and Stanimal got 6th. Because I said, I don't know how they had Robin Strand in 3rd with his torn bicep. Like, I think both of his biceps might be torn. I'm not 100% sure, but the right one is really bad.
Really?
Oh, it's awful, dude. It's awful. Yeah, it's awful. But he's Canadian and he was in Vancouver, and it is what it is. Next week, if you guys can't do it, it's no big deal. By any chance, because next week is going to be the same thing, 3 of us, okay? Can you guys, by any chance, do the show at 5:30 next week? If you can't, you can't. I get it.
Yeah, I could come on at 5:30.
I'm not sure yet.
All right, let me know, because I invited Kerith Baggio to come on. I had him on. We did like a little interview.
Oh, yeah, he goes to sleep early.
Big time, bro. I told him, I was like, what are you in preschool? What do you got to get up for preschool tomorrow?
Where's he live?
Connecticut. And he gets up at 4:00 in the morning every day. I don't know what he does for a living, but he's in bed at like 8:30. So he said, if you do it at 5:30, I can come on. I was like, let me ask the guys. I said, I'll see what happens. But he's a good dude, man. He's got a good sense of humor. He's a good dude, really, really. As much as I felt bad for Phil and Stanimal, I felt bad for Bo. Bo, like nothing bothers Bo, right? Everything bounced off him. But he did 2 shows in a row and he was trying to qualify for Olympia. And both shows he came in second, and
Yeah.
both shows were close second. It wasn't like he got blown out. And this one was even closer, you know. But the guy that beat him won Vancouver 212. The guy that beat him, he just came in shredded. I thought Bo had better balance and better structure, but this guy came in chiseled, son. I mean, he was chiseled. But you know, he kind of bounces back better. He doesn't, you know, he's going to Hawaii right now. Because I thought he was going to do Tampa. I was like, oh, he'll probably do Tampa, try to qualify there. You know, but he's like, nah, because I texted him, you coming on tonight? He goes, no, I'm on my way to the airport. I'm going to Hawaii. I'm like, oh, all right, good for you. But when you're that close, you know, by 1 point, that ever happen to you, Jay, where you almost won a show? What is that? Is that worse than actually getting blown away and coming, not even breaking the top
Well, I'll
five?
tell you, in 97, I won the USA light heavyweights.
Right.
And you needed the overall to get a pro card. Right. I lost the overall by 1 point.
Oh.
1 fucking point. Okay.
Yeah.
I come back the following year. I move up to heavyweight. I win the heavyweights again and lose the overall to 2 points.
That sucks.
Yeah. But then I won the nationals and got the overall to nationals. So it was
the same year.
Yeah. Same year. But yeah, I won 3 national championships, and 2 of them I lost 1 point and 2 points to get my pro card. So that was tough to swallow.
Did you ever did it ever happen to you in the pro ranks?
There was a couple times where like my first Olympia, I took 4th. I probably could have been a little higher. I mean, every show is controversial. You know, it all depends on who you ask. You know, and different judges have different opinions. You know, and I think my last 2 Olympias, I could have been a little higher than my actual placing. And 1 year at the Arnold or Ironman, you saw the pictures with me and Lee Priest.
Yeah.
I got shafted that year, dude. I think I took 7th, and I could have very well been in the top 3 or 4, you know?
Yeah. Dude, politics is alive and well. I put up a short with Kerith Badger because he refused to talk about it. He's like, I can't talk about it. And I said, the fact that you can't talk about it tells me that there's politics in bodybuilding. What's wrong with Charlie, bro?
We ordered food tonight because we were out. So just freaking out. There's like people coming to the door.
What'd you order? Chinese? You did?
Yeah. What the fuck is that? What is that?
Chinese glasses, and I even got a gong to go with it.
Why would you have that?
I actually bought it after you left last time because of the Chinese accent that you got mad at.
He got props. He got props.
That's actually funny, dude. That's really funny. Shit.
Last time when you got mad and he wouldn't come back, I was like, I went on Amazon and I bought the glasses and the gong.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, shit. Right. I was gonna get a menorah. I was like, forget it.
Yeah, you're horrible.
I know, it's terrible, bro. It's terrible.
A horrible human being.
to the core, like as average people go, right? Like there are terrible people like Hitler, right? Okay, he's a horrible person, but as average people go, yeah, I'm more on the piece of shit side than Mo. I went to a hog meeting, right? Because I don't have any friends that I ride with. I got a couple of guys from work, so I went to a hog meeting on Saturday morning. Right. And I never been to one. And I'm like, all right, let me go. I contacted the president of the Garden State Harley Davidson in North Bergen. I was like, let me go. Let me see what it's about. You know, they go on runs. And I walk in and this girl in a cowboy hat. First of all, everybody's over 50. Okay. Which is fine. Okay. But this girl in a cowboy hat comes over to me as I walk into the meeting and she's like, are you a new member? And I was like, yeah. And she's like, oh, what's your name? And I went, John. And she goes, we got to fill this out, and it's $30. So I fill it out. I give it a $30. And she looks at my paper, and she goes, everybody, let's give John a big welcome. He is the new member. And everybody's clapping. And I'm like, oh, fuck? What the
Why did he
fuck?
do that?
Well, why did I? What the fuck did I just get myself into?
Oh
Right?
shit!
Yeah. Let's give John a big hug. Welcome.
Oh
And everybody's
shit!
clapping and shit. So I take a seat, I sit down, and then that's basically what happens. There's somebody that's in charge, that's a treasurer, there's somebody's in charge of the runs, somebody's in charge of charity. So they bring everybody up and they tell everybody what's going on. And after everybody comes up, everybody claps, like the treasurer comes up and she's like, okay, we have $4,372.86 in our account. And everybody claps. And I'm like, oh my God. Right. And this was the breaker. This was the deal breaker. This guy gets up and he's like, okay, I want everybody to stand up. So everybody stands up. And he goes, now I'm going to teach you how to stretch out before a long run. I sat right back down. I was like, I'm not stretching. I'm not sitting here. And they were the whole crew. They were all stretching. He's showing, okay, now you do this. And they're all, and they're all making moans and groans because there's like the average median age was like 106.
Jesus.
Yeah, they were all old men, and I'm like, God, I don't know. Some people had their dogs with like the leather vest on that says hog on it and stuff. They carry the dogs around, and I'm like, oh, what did I do here? So I need something in between the Hells Angels and the hog membership. I need like somewhere in the middle. And anyway, let's talk bodybuilding because that's what we're here for, right?
Right.
Okay. Yes, last week that guy Mo Fuda, to me, that a star is born. That guy is insane. I mean, what happened?
Very big problem.
What'd you say?
Very big.
Oh, you're breaking up.
I said he's going to be a problem, a very big problem.
Oh, yeah.
Good,
You hear me now?
He's basically flawless. His waist is this big. His quads are insane.
But he could dry out a little more.
Yeah, probably.
But dude, he had everything to win that show.
Absolutely. And Vlad looked great, but his waist is just thicker.
From a physique standpoint.
Yeah.
Mo, what's his name?
Mo Fuda.
Mo Fuda. He dominated that. And you could tell, what a different level he is. So the difference, like seeing that lineup, like you'll be able to tell at a higher level. You'll be able to tell at a higher level what that type of physique brings. He stood out in that lineup.
Mm-hmm.
But if you put other guys with the same quality as him, they would blow the other two second and third place guys away, which they all look great.
Mm-hmm.
But Mo Fuda can take it a step up where these other guys will all fall into that same position.
Right.
Because there's the little imperfections here or there,
You know who really impressed me in that lineup was Nathan Epler. Because he came from 212 and what did he take? Did he take fourth, third, or fourth?
I think fourth.
Yeah, I think fourth because I think Budashame took third, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Nathan Epler really impressed me because he held his own against some big boys, and he just came from. This was his first show at 212, and he came in diced. He was diced. He puts another 5 or 10 pounds on, and he's another scary guy, man. That people are gonna be. He's gonna be a problem. I honestly, the guys that are coming up now this year, the talent is like so good. That I really think between Martin Fitzwater, all these new guys coming up, Mo Fuda, Nathan Epler, blah, blah, so on and so forth. I really think that certain guys that broke the top 6 are not going to be able to break the top 6 this year. Like, I don't think Hunter or Andrew Jack could break the top 6 with this talent.
Don't come on. They don't come. They're not on. They have to be 100% on.
But even Andrew, even if he is 100% on, he's shallow in the hamstrings and glutes, and that's where his side shots is where he kind of loses it. And then when he turns around, from the front, he's amazing, right? From the front, he's amazing. But when you put him up against guys like Nick Walker or Mo Fuda, or he kind of looks a little lanky because he has such long limbs, right? Or even a Samson Dowda, right? But it's when he turns to the side that he gets exposed. And when he turns around from the back, he doesn't have like those thick, grainy, hard hamstrings and glutes. And even his lower back doesn't really come in, as well as it should. I was always waiting for him to explode with muscle because he has such a big frame, and
Andrew?
yeah, he has such a huge frame. I think he's 6'3" or 6'2",
Yeah.
and he has such a huge frame. I'm like, all right, this guy's got to pack it on. Like Samson did it in 2 years, right? And so I was kind of waiting for that Samson effect. It just doesn't seem to be coming, But now, what? Oh, before we get to what do you call it? The Dubai Pro. Let's talk about a show that is even more important than any one of these pro shows, and that is Muscle Beach.
Biggest show of the year this
That's right.
weekend down at Ocean Township High School.
Yeah,
It's the NPC Muscle Beach National Qualifier. But yeah, it's we always have a good turnout and we always have great quality competitors. But I mean, this is a show that I've been promoting for 18, 20 years now. And,
wow, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And it's been an interesting year because all the shows have been a little light with competitors. But the quality is always above par.
Right. Now, how last week you were saying that you were a little worried because the people that were entering weren't entering, and how's it going this week?
I mean, it's still a little concerning, but
a lot of people just show up.
Yeah, you get the late walk. I think tonight's the deadline. Actually, I think there's a couple hours left before the deadline to register. Yeah. Otherwise, they got to pay the late fee. But
right.
But I mean, every show so far this year has been light, but there's been some good quality. So,
all right. Well, I'm coming through. If I'm working Saturday, then I'll be there at night. If I'm not working, most likely I'll be there during the day. It's a nice ride. I might take my bike.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. If you're lucky, I'll let you take a ride on it.
I want to see that. I haven't ridden in years.
Yeah. I might take my bike because it's a nice ride down. So I might take my bike. We'll see. And what else? Any guest poses or no?
No, dude, I try to run it through. I think we have Vinny last year?
Yeah.
I try to keep it simple. And I noticed what are you doing?
Vinny did the guest posing last year.
Yeah.
That's terrible. I shouldn't be.
Yeah. But I noticed that the turnouts for the shows, you get more of your supporters of the athletes.
Yeah.
And people come and travel for guest posers. They don't draw as much of a crowd as they used to. So
the year before you had Akeem, but that was a surprise.
Yeah, and that was just a spur of the moment thing. I just try to make it fun.
Yeah.
So whatever the crowd likes, and just to do something for the crowd, I always try to give back. But I always try to keep it for the competitors.
I think Akeem is not a good guest poser because I think he scares people more than actually. Dude, he is an enormous human being. I've never seen. One time I was standing behind him, and I'm like, I can't see anything in front of me. I mean, what the? It looks like this billboard, this huge human being, and I'm like, I'm telling you, it's like freak show when he gets up there. It's unbelievable.
He's impressive. He's an impressive sight.
Yeah,
he's a good guy.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. He is.
Yeah. So is Vinny, except that usually guest poses are under the age of 72. But you guys shouldn't be fucking making fun of the guy. All right, that's really bad. But anyway. Okay, the Dubai Pro. It's got a lot of competitors, a lot of people I have no fucking clue, right? But the usual suspects are Nathan, Bonac, Tapani, and we're supposed to get a look at Nexzilla.
Oh shit, is she on there?
Yeah. Now the rumors floating around is that Bonac looks amazing. You could tell from his Instagram post. The guy's on. I'd be very surprised if he doesn't take one or two, right? The rumors floating around is that Nathan looks incredible. The rumors floating around too is that Nexzilla doesn't. He's
Oh,
big.
really?
Yeah, the rumors. This is just the rumors. I don't, don't shoot the messenger. The rumors
Right.
floating around is that he's soft and not in shape. He's about, a month out. He's not really ready for the stage. But I don't know. We'll find out on Saturday.
Rubio Mascara, that's him, right?
Yes.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah. Now, actually, let's pull him up. Let's see, because this is what everybody is talking about. But I don't think he put a lot of.
Fuck is that?
This is my friend from work. My friend from work, Eddie. Sexual, let's fuck. Mischief, let's fuck with them. Aggression, let's fuck them up. Anger, let's fuck. Yeah, I guess that's his favorite word. I don't know. Eddie McPartlin. Eddie, he doesn't watch this because he's not a bodybuilder, but
Right.
he's actually a good dude. I'll tell him to watch it now, since I messaged his name. Okay, here we go. Logging in, get the hell out of here. Log in. So this is his most recent update. Okay. You really can't tell. I mean, he looks pretty good, right? But
How long ago was this?
this was 2 days ago. But here's the thing. His upper body always looks amazing. He's so freakishly huge that it always looks fantastic. We haven't seen there's Chris Cormier. We haven't seen his legs. He's got massive legs, but he generally lacks separation. And we haven't seen his conditioning. But that's just the rumors floating around.
He looks like he's in shape, dude.
Yeah?
Yeah, he looks in shape to me.
I don't know what you've heard, but dude, he looks his skin looks pretty thin. He looks like he's in shape.
I'm just saying
Some people hold in their lower halves, so
I'm just saying what social media has been
so
saying.
you could see around his ankles, the skin looks thin, and you could see the veins in his lower calves, which is a good indicator of water retention, and he's holding any fat. I don't know, dude. He looks pretty lean now.
Okay. All right. Well, while we're here, what are these guys?
Luke, you see that?
Yeah.
These guys are holding hands, bro.
They're happy. They're happy.
Yeah. What's another word for happy, Jay?
Yeah. All right.
All right. Now this guy is always impressive. I mean, this is a week ago. I mean, this is just no. I'm sorry. Yeah, it was a week ago. This guy, Bonac.
That's from a week ago.
He's yeah. I mean, he's a great bodybuilder. This guy,
Yeah.
And let's see, Tabani. Beirut Tabani. How long ago was this? This was yesterday. But I mean, these guys are no joke. Now let's look up Nathan. I don't know if Nathan put up anything.
Right back.
Yeah. Nathan Diasha. So I don't know if he put up anything recently.
I didn't see anything recently from him.
Let's see. This was 2 days ago. But I'm hearing he looks great. This is what I'm hearing.
I don't think he'll come anything less than his best.
Yeah,
he
this
usually
guy
doesn't go to shows. He usually doesn't. He usually comes correct at all show that I've seen. So.
Well, I think he has 12? Is it 12 now? Professional wins. I mean, that is pretty damn impressive.
Yeah.
And if this guy ever can make it to the Olympia again, he could probably, do damage. But he always has a problem getting to the Olympia. But he's got great shape. He's big as a house. He's got good structure. His torso is a little too long, right? So when you stand him next to a guy like Nick Walker or something like that, or a Bonac, he's kind of gets exposed because he's got a long torso. But other than that, dude, the guy is fantastic. Fantastic bodybuilder. Are we missing anybody else? I sent you guys the lineup, but I don't even know who else. A lot of these guys are European, and they're giving away a ton of money. Let's see. Where are you? Where are you, man? I don't know who. Ahmed, Khalid. There's two guys named Khalid, Arso, Ali Edward. I don't know. I don't know who these guys are, man. I have no clue. Like literally, the only guys I know. Robin Strand is doing it. Jesus, I guess that money really. I don't know. Look at the. Let me see if we could pull this guy up. This guy. Uh, you know, he never puts up a front double buy because he knows that he has a bad tear. You know, like if you look at he never puts up a front double buy pick because he knows that he could be a bad. This was Vancouver and he took third, and I'm like, I'm sorry, man.
So who is that?
That's Robin Strand.
So I mean, he's just
what the hell is that?
he's not good.
And he's doing the Dubai Pro.
Mm.
You know, and you know, I don't know. He comes in shape. I'll give him that, but
He placed last week?
no. No, he did not place last week, but he came in third in Vancouver.
Right, okay. Right.
I don't know. I'm just not, you know.
Not a fan.
Yeah, no, definitely not. Okay, so we went over all the guys that we know. I have no idea who these other dudes are, to be honest with you, man.
Mm.
Let's see. These are all Middle Eastern European dudes.
Well,
let's see. Okay, this guy is in it. Don't know who these guys are. He's got the what do you call it? He doesn't really put up a much yeah, he doesn't put up many progress picks. Let's see. There's a couple of Khalids. I never knew there was so many Khalids.
When's Hunter competing?
When's who?
Hunter.
I have no idea. I don't know. He's got to be.
You got to be doing the Texas.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right?
yeah. That would make sense. Yeah, that would make sense.
That's his home. That's home for him.
Yeah, exactly. Ahmed. I'm gonna go crazy. Oh, is this it? Ahmed Ashkar? No, I'm not. I'm gonna go crazy with these names. Forget it. We're done. Okay. I'm not looking up these crazy Middle Eastern names and
I'm not even gonna take an attempt at
European. Yeah, really. I forget it. So, Mikhail Gorbachev is doing it. Look at that. Mikhail Maslov. I don't know who that is, but anyway, those are going to be the usual suspects. Those are going to be the guys that are in the mix. You know. And it's anybody's party too, because all three of those guys are qualified. Tabani, Bonac, and Nathan. So
yeah, they can take a check. You gotta get a good check. Somebody's gonna get a good check.
100,000 for first place.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why everybody's jumping into it. 100,000 for first place, 40,000 for second place, 15,000 for third place.
Really?
Did anyone find out why Andrew Jack dropped out of it? Why did he drop? I thought he was supposed to be doing that.
I don't know. Let's look at. I don't know. I don't know what his deal is. I don't know. I'm just. You know what? You know what it is about Andrew Jack, and this is why I'm a little bit hard on the guy. Is when you see so much potential, and you go. 2 years ago, we were all saying this guy could be Mr. Olympia.
Yeah.
Right. And then it's like,
you were
all right,
saying.
yeah, and then he just didn't make any serious progress, you know.
Well, scroll down for a second. I mean, right there.
Which one?
Go up a little bit. Right there.
This one?
The one, the front double, now down to the right there. Yeah. See, the problem is he's using BSN and Synthesis right there. You're never going to achieve top Olympia competitor status using BSN or synthesis. It's just not going to happen. But the iPrevail supplements guys do. They skyrocket
Oh.
right to the top of the ladder. You know,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you can see where the progress has definitely
Yeah.
slowed down with them.
Now, Mr. BSN, that's Jason Ons saying that. Okay, Jason Ons does not sponsor a series of cylinder bodybuilding. So if you'd like to throw some money my way, I will gladly argue in your favor.
Right?
Oh, actually, let's do that now that we're in the middle of a. I got. Oh, let me see. www.eqno.com. This guy has. Where are we? Oh, come
What
on.
is that?
Hold on. I'm trying to get to it without doing the www.eqno.com. Okay. This guy has peptides for research purposes only. Jay, you know this stuff. I know semaglutide is Ozempic, but what's the other two? Retatrutide and tirzepatide.
And I'm assuming if they're in the same lineup as that, they both have similar amino acid structures.
Yeah, this one is supposed to be the strongest, though.
You know how horrible that shit is? I mean, that's really horrible.
Silence, Janet. Silence, sir.
Why?
Silence. Okay, this is it. Retrotrue. I don't know what this one is. What is this? Do you know anything
I'll
about?
tell you in a second.
Okay, good. These are for research purposes only. So you should not take it, should not buy it and inject it. You should buy it if you're a scientist. Know what I mean?
Exactly.
Right. Like
Right,
if you want to.
Yeah, it's an experimental drug for obesity.
Okay. Yeah. But if you do decide that you're a scientist and you want to see how this works well in like lab rats, you can get 10% off if you use my discount code, John, JOHN. So this $129 bottle becomes $116 bottle. Okay, that's it. And remember, EQNO.com. All right. Unfortunately.
Supposedly that's better than semaglutide.
Really? Yeah, I've heard it's stronger, but I don't know.
But how? I wonder how it works. What's the
Phil uses the what do you call it? The frag. He loves it.
Yeah, I'm not big on this stuff.
No, me neither. I don't know much about the peptides. I just know that.
I don't mind certain peptides, but I don't like these obesity fat loss peptides.
Me neither.
Ooh,
I'll be
yeah.
very honest with you. To me, semaglutide is the laziest diet drug. It is literally like it's for people who don't have the discipline to stop eating, so they need a drug to tell them to stop eating because it just makes you feel full all the time.
It also destroys your metabolism, your thyroid, and you get hair loss.
It destroys your metabolism,
Where's your sex
drive, hair loss. What else?
And it's a wasting drug. You burn the weight you lose is 80% muscle, 65% muscle.
And we know this because the people that have bought it from that website have used it on lab rats. And what kind of monkeys do they use to test? What are they called?
I'm assuming
rhesus monkeys. You know.
I don't know. I'm assuming not the ones they send up with NASA. I'm assuming these are lower of the totem pole monkeys, the ones that they're not NASA approved.
Yeah, no, it's not the ones they sent to the moon. It's definitely a lower grade of rhesus monkeys. There's no question about it. Like, you know, it's like the homeless version of rhesus monkeys.
Of the monkeys, right?
Yeah. You're a sick fuck. You know that,
right? You're promoting it.
I know. Two vampires are in a bar, and the first vampire orders a drink. He says, "Give me a Bloody Mary." The second vampire orders a cup of boiling water. The first vampire says, "What's with the boiling water?" The second vampire pulls out a used tampon and goes, "I'm making tea."
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Luke, that was disgusting. You want to hear an even more disgusting story? Listen to this. On my other channel, by the way, if anybody is interested on about like true crime or bikers, I interviewed this guy who wrote this book. It's called Writing with Evil, and it's about an ATF agent who went undercover and infiltrated the pagans. True story. I had him on, and in the book they talk about this guy. His name, he's dead now. His name is Hogman. This guy that was in the pagans named Hogman had a blood fetish, and he would actually lick the blood off dead cats.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was really, really disgusting stuff. Makes me want to vomit. Yeah. Yeah, really gross. Anyway.
Huh,
Now,
weird.
besides that, we got Tampa coming up. Besides licking dead blood from cats, we got Tampa coming up, and Vlad Zukuchko is doing that one again, which I don't blame him because he's in the States already and he was in shape. He came in second. He wants his Olympia qualification. I don't know who else is jumping in that lineup. I know Phil and Dorian are both doing it. But Vlad is definitely the on paper favorite to take that show. I mean, that guy.
Can we at least talk about what has there been 5 or 6 recent deaths in our
Yeah, within
Yeah.
the past month or so, 2 months.
dude, all young. Look, and
Okay.
you know, with Danny, you know, and we understand those. The other ones, I'm not sure what's going on, or if it's a mental health issue, or if it's a drug dependency issue. But dude, guys are dropping like fucking flies, dude. And
Now tell me who it is, because the last one I heard of was Danny, which I spoke to his girlfriend, and she's not doing well.
is there a cause for him? Do we know? Is it what we're thinking?
Well, I asked her, and she said that his family doesn't want to say, and she goes, I'd rather not say. So I didn't push it because she's not doing well. So I didn't push it. She wanted to keep it private, so fine.
Okay.
It's I respected her, of course. And I said, all right, listen, I gave her my phone number. I said, if you need anything, just let me know. I think it's this weekend, the what do you call it?
Wake,
Yeah, the wake. I'm pretty sure. But who else are you talking about?
Let me pull him up. Grant Henderson.
All right, let's look him up here. I don't know what happened.
He's only 3 years older than me. I remember Grant.
Oh, yes. Okay. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
This was 5 days ago, 5, 6 days ago.
Yes, it was on RX Muscle actually posted it.
There he is.
There he is, yeah. Grant Henderson, 1969 to 2024. So I don't know. Yeah, okay. He was born in Zimbabwe. That's strange.
Was he?
Yeah, turned pro. Let me move you guys out of the way here. We are sad to hear the passing of IFBB for pro Grant Henderson, born in Zimbabwe. Henderson turned pro in 1990 and would go on to become one of the top models in the space, gracing countless magazine covers and campaigns. We send our deepest condolences to Grant's family, friends, and fans. Wow, man, I don't know. Oh, what's it say? Johnny Bravo made a comment. Man, how many people have died in the past 10 days?
Yeah.
So let's see. Hey, yeah, well, okay. I don't know. So he didn't get a response, but yeah, man. Who else besides
when's Chicago? That already happened?
Yeah, Chicago was last week.
How did Nathan Epler do?
Oh, he looked great, dude. He looked fantastic. He came in fourth, and it was so shocking because he came from 212 that he was able to hold his own against that lineup.
Oh, Christopher Berner.
Well, this is Nathan.
Danish bodybuilder.
This is Nathan Epler, right here. Let's we'll go. Oh yeah, I know the guy you're talking about. We'll go to him. This guy came in peeled, chiseled. If he could put on a little bit more size, he could really be, a dominant bodybuilder. He's got to put on, 5 or 10 more pounds, but he came in diced, and his shape and his conditioning brought him to fourth place. It was Mo Fuda, Vlad, and then Tim Budashame. And you could see he came in diced. I mean, look at those hamstrings and the glutes and the lower back. It was ridiculous. He knew what he had to do. He knew that he had to play to
How
his
old he is?
strengths. I don't know. I don't know.
Go back to
Go ahead. And who else was the other guy that died?
he's
Oh,
a Danish bodybuilder.
yeah, that okay, yes. I know who you're talking about. Here, no, where is he? Well, here's Danny. RX put Danny up. And then there was
Go back
another.
up. Go back up. A little more.
What?
A little more. Right there in the middle.
Oh, right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what
Yeah. I don't know, dude. It's getting to the point where I'm not even gonna I tell kids that.
24 years old.
Yeah. Wow.
Years old.
Danny was 32.
Yeah.
Jesus. It's getting to the point where I tell kids don't forget about bodybuilding. Like, yeah, like don't just worry about football or sports. Forget about bodybuilding because it's like I don't know what's happening. You know, I know there's debts in every sport, but it seems like bodybuilding is at that. You know, and I don't know, man. You know, I don't know the autopsy. I don't know if it's the anabolics, if it's something else, if it's mental health. Well, it might be a combination of everything. You know, what do you think? What do you think, Luke?
I believe that it is. We live in the microwave generation. No one wants to take their time and do
Ah,
stuff. They want it right now,
yeah,
and that's my opinion, and that's what I think is really going on. It was like everybody wants it right now. They want it fast, and it that's not working. That's not good. You got to take your time with this sport.
yeah, yeah. I think you're right. I think they're pushing the envelope with all this crap, man. I think
Yeah,
I told this story before when the last show I did was 2014 and I did the Brooklyn Grand Prix and I thought that I was taking a lot of stuff. And I went to go see a couple of trainers and they were both like, "Oh, I can see you're very conservative with the stuff." And I'm like, "Really?" And they're
yeah.
like, you know, and one guy was like, "Did you ever use insulin before?" And I was like, "You know what? I'm not doing this
No,
anymore." And that was just one of the factors. One, I was 38. And two, it's like I didn't want to use any more drugs. And three, I was like, for what? Do I do a master show and I break the top five? Great. To put my health at risk. It just wasn't
I get
worth it.
I get cursed out. I get cursed out when people DM me and they ask me what am I taking, and I tell them they get mad. You liar! You can tell me the truth. You don't have to lie about what. Like, what do they want to hear? Like,
Yeah.
what do you want to hear?
Right.
You do. I don't know what else to tell them.
Yeah.
You can tell me
They
the truth. I'm like, gosh, they want me to tell them I'm taking more than what I'm taking. No, this is what I take.
people don't realize, especially the younger generation, they don't realize that genetics plays a huge role in this. Genetics
Yeah,
plays a role in how you respond to the weight training. Genetics plays a role even how you respond to the anabolics. You know, somebody could take a compound and respond amazing, and somebody else could take the same compound and not respond at all.
yeah,
And they think because you look the way you look, because you're a professional bodybuilder, you must be taking everything because they can't comprehend the idea that it just comes faster for you because you're genetically gifted, right? These guys are in the gym and they're, bench pressing and squatting, and they might see some progress, but they're not seeing a progress like, a professional bodybuilder would, right? Look, do you ever see what Lee Priest looked like at 16? I mean, it was ridiculous. Did you ever see what Arnold looked like at 19? I mean, these guys were insane. They're just meant to be pro bodybuilders. I mean,
Right.
Jason Owens was squatting 5 plates when he was 16 years old, man.
6.
6 years old.
6 plates.
6 plates.
Yeah. 5 plates and 6 years old.
I know,
But it's
so
it's like any other sport. There's guys that stand out in football. There's guys
right.
in wrestling, and There's guys that stand out later in life, but you have to be genetically inclined, you know,
Right.
to go to that next level. You know,
Yeah.
some people hit it earlier. I know some pro bodybuilders that didn't look like much at 16 years old, and they got into their early 20s and mid
Boom.
20s, and they really started. Yeah, exactly. You know,
Yeah.
but the thing is, you know, the drive is there. You
Mhm.
know, the acceptance of this is going to take hard work, you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
is there.
Yeah.
Oh, and one thing I could note, you know, the difference in physiques is, and you look at people's leg development, you know, in the years past and recently. And in the years past, like it seemed like everybody had sweeps, you know, like in my era, you know, Dexter and
Yeah.
Chris Mayer and Paul Dillette and Lee Priest, everybody had these massive Kevin LeBron, these massive thighs with sweeping quadriceps that
Yeah.
flared out. And that's not really present anymore. And what it looks like is you have physiques of the past that were developed with hard work and the help of drugs. And you have physiques now where it looks like the muscles are just getting bigger from drug use, where you have a muscle that doesn't look like it's developed. It just looks like it's enhanced.
Right.
And it's a huge difference in the quality of physiques. And
I agree with you fully, but here I think I know the answer to why we see that. Is my opinion. Back in the day, in the 90s and the early 2000s, it was very difficult to get a pro card. You had to be the full package because you had to win the USA overall or you had to win the nationals. And there was only a handful of shows you could do to get a pro card. So the best of the best won, right? And now you're getting pros that if you're coming first or second, you're getting masters. There's more ways to turn pro. There's more. You could turn pro as a classic physique and move up to bodybuilding. You could do so many different ways. So I think you're seeing, because they're giving out the pro card so much, you're seeing lesser of quality physiques. But that being said, the quality physiques are always going to be rising to the top, right? Like we saw in Chicago with Mo Fuda and Vlad and whatnot. But yeah, I think I agree with you. I think there's a lot of guys. There was some guy. I was watching it on a live stream last week. And there were a couple of guys that came out and I go, how did this guy get a pro card? How did that happen? You know? And that's my opinion. That's what I really think, because, you know, back in the day, it was very difficult to get a pro card. You know, does that sound reasonable to you, gentlemen?
Yeah.
Let's end the show. Let's end the show with this. Let's end the show with a happy note. Let's get rid of this. Let's end the show with a happy note.
Let's Deadpool.
Yeah. Let's okay, this girl did help me do the news. She co-anchored with me doing the news last week, which was very nice of her, right? You know. So that was very
Oh,
nice.
wow.
Yeah. And
I'm sorry.
so it said right here, exclusive content. And then the week before that, I did the news again, only this one was with Miss Gianna Woods, right? So she co-hosted with me doing the news on my other channel. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Luke.
So
He's like, oh yeah, she was definitely newsworthy.
And I contacted this one, but she didn't get back to me yet. I don't know what the problem is. You know, I want her to do the news with me, and you know, she just, I don't.
Oh yeah, that would be a great
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I'm telling you, they're good too. They know the news, man. I'm telling you.
And no chances of precipitation and which way. Yeah, meteorologists at their best.
Yeah. Gentlemen, thank you very much. That was a really, really fun episode. I appreciate it. Last week with King Kamali, I felt really bad because I felt like shit. It was 100 degrees. I worked from 7 to 7, came home and did the show, and I was exhausted. So I wasn't in the right frame of mind. But this week was a lot of fun. So I appreciate you guys coming on. And Jay, let me know if you could do it next week at 5:30. If you can't, we'll just keep it regular. I'll just tell Kareth that, you know, we can't. But if you can, then we'll have Kareth Baggio join us.
Okay. Yeah, I
All
mean, if
right.
I'm on the road, I'll find out where I'm gonna be on Wednesday, but be able to set it up. Lou,
All right,
good to
cool.
see you.
Yeah, likewise. Yep.
All right, and I will be at Muscle Beach, and Luke might actually be there too.
Yeah, I've been trying to
Right.
make it down there. Yep.
I got a front row ticket for you, Lou.
All right. Well, I'm covered. I'm going to make it down there.
I
I
appreciate
get my
it, man.
brother. I get my brother to come out with me. Yeah.
Hey, I look forward to
Yeah.
it.
Yes,
All right,
sir.
fellas, have a good night.
You said-
All right. You too.